If nobody wants electric vehicles, why is the White House putting out a tariff to slow down electric vehicles coming in from China? So the White House put out a fact sheet basically explaining that President Biden takes action to protect American workers and businesses from Chinese unfair trade practices. Why is President Biden trying to protect American workers from unfair Chinese trades? Well, here's another interesting slide. It says that the tariff on electric vehicles under Section 301 will increase from 25% to 100% in 2024. Basically, that is saying that if you have a car coming from, China and it's $20,000, it's now going to be $40,000 instead of it being like maybe an extra $10,000 or $15,000. Like they're putting it up to 100% extra, like paying for the car. And you'd wonder yourself, why would they be doing that? Why are they trying to stop them from coming in? I mean, if nobody wants electric vehicles, why would the president of America be trying to stop the inflow of Chinese electric vehicles coming to America? I mean, I'm just saying, right? If no one wants them, why are you trying to stop them from coming? Also, if no one wants electric vehicles, how come Tesla made $1 billion in the first quarter of 2024? I mean, that's a lot of money to make, especially where, no one wants electric vehicles, especially if it's a thing that's global. Why in the world is Tesla making $1 billion in the first quarter from selling electric vehicles? So this chart here, as you can see, it is basically an S-curve. As you can see many years ago, in 2012, all the way to 2024, the orange is China, the blue is Europe, and green is America. And in 2023, China sold 8 million electric vehicles. Europe sold 3.2 million and America sold 1.4. America is the furthest behind. But as you can see, China, which is the largest car market on planet Earth, is exploding in growth with electric vehicle sales. And in 2024, China is set to obviously sell way more, and Europe is on track to sell 3.4, not a big jump. America, 1.7. And mainly, it's Teslas that are being sold in America, which are the electric vehicles. And the sales are going to continue to grow, and they're growing faster and faster. And a lot of people can say no one wants electric vehicles, but here's some pretty much obvious facts right here. These are, a chart that is created to show people the growth of electric vehicles. So how could you even argue this? I mean, even Consumer Reports put out a page saying that the top 5 sold American cars that are the cheapest to take care of our American cars. The top 5 cars that are the cheapest to maintain over a 10-year period are American cars. And in first place is Tesla. A lot of people keep wanting to give pushback and saying that's baloney and blah, blah, blah. But hey, listen, I'm not here to deliver bad news. I'm just delivering information. And people, electric vehicles are taking over. And like I said, in my opinion, a lot of people keep saying no one wants electric vehicles. And I'm not here trying to be like an advocate for electric vehicles. I'm just pointing out the information. And I find it very interesting that America is trying to stop the inflow of electric vehicles coming into the Americas because they realize, holy crap, a lot more people are recognizing that electric vehicles are a better option, cheaper to maintain, and over time, they're just better vehicles to use. They have less moving parts, so less parts to break. And of course, all the car fanatics would have something to fight back and say, and that's totally fine. But in the next few years, we're all going to see with our own eyes the inflow of electric vehicles that are coming to the Americas and the globe. It is just a transition that is happening. And especially 6 years from now, it is going to be so obvious that electric vehicles are taking over. It's to the point to where people who are car fanatics and don't like electric vehicles are just going to have to sit there and watch everything that they stood for kind of dwindle away. I mean, this is the same thing that happened years ago when the horse and buggy was a thing. Everyone was riding on horses, and then the car came out. And then 13 years later, there's a picture in New York City where the entire city was covered with horses and buggies. And 13 years later, just 13 years later, it was all cars. I mean, it's not a very long time. We're talking about from 2020 to 2030 or 2033. It's going to be an obvious difference. And a lot of people are still saying, no, it's not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. But we'll see. Well, that's enough information for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. I post videos daily about what's going on in the auto market and all sorts of things about big tech, Tesla, whatever. Make sure you guys tune in. Thanks for tuning in anyway. See you tomorrow.